Hi family, welcome back everybody. This is Peaceful Warrior Dojo. How have you been? Well, today I want to talk about how to reinvent yourself, how to change your life, how you can reinvent yourself, but I want to do it differently. I want to today talk about some movie. The movie who actually tell you the story, and I explain this movie, what's going on there. If you want, you can watch it later and you can make your mind. But there are lots of old or older movies who actually can teach us something, can give us something, some wisdom. And some of the movies are, for some people, dumb, for some people, stupid. But remember, the wise mind who can see the truth, can see what actually somebody to write the story, somebody who trying to tell you something through that story in the movie is telling you something much more than just on the surface. For some people, when you watch any kind of movie, comedy, action, spiritual, doesn't matter what movie you're watching, there is always something what you can take, what you can learn, but you have to go sometimes to deeper layers. The storyline of basically every movie is usually the surface. It's like a first level. But there are maybe in each movie more layers. And you can go through these layers as you maybe awaken more, as you can see differently, as you can understand more. There are different things what actually can tell you something much more deeper, what you can take out of it, what you can, like when you read the book, when you listening the story, when you're watching the movie, doesn't matter what is it. It just can give you something what you can extract and use it in your life. And lots of people all the time, since the beginning of the time, struggling. Doesn't matter the timeline we live, 100 years ago, 1,000 years ago, doesn't matter what we're living today or what will be from now in 100 years later or whatever will come. It totally doesn't matter because at the moment where we're living right now, we got a situation here, we got what we need to deal with, we got the environment to live in, right? We got what we got at the present moment. And each timeline of different people from the past or in the future are dealing with different things. Even they have same things going on in their lives as a daily struggle, right? Daily struggle to have done what they want to have done, to dream, to live the life they dream, to accomplish something, to achieve something in the life. But the struggle is there, no matter what, no matter person in the world, doesn't matter, let's say today somebody is a billionaire or somebody is not and it's much more poorer, but it depends. It is, is the money telling you that somebody is richer? Well, richer in what? Because the money? But maybe he's poorer because he is not spiritual. He lacked spirituality, right? He lacked the love. He lacked the kindness. It doesn't matter how much money person has. That can be the other way around, of course. It's just an example, right? But I was just watching this movie and it's from 2002 and it's called The New Guy. It's kind of, let's say, teenager movie, high school story in the United States, right? And again, the name of the movie is The New Guy, 2002, if you want to check it out. But it's not about the movie, what maybe people saying online, because when I was reading, let's say on the YouTube, it's for free. You can watch it on free on the YouTube, right? People some commenting, oh, it's a dumb movie, it's old, it's classic, whatever they commenting, right? But actually, there is lots of wisdom because I want to tell you a little bit about the movie. What is it about? Even you can read about it in the short, but I want to go a little bit to the depth and explaining you what does the movie trying to tell you and how you can, let's say, use this storyline to reinvent yourself, to change your life. You want to live differently. So basically, let's say this guy is in the high school, right? And he's kind of like not popular, people making fun of him. There is bullies in the school, right? And they using him and trashing him and doing all kind of, let's say, bad stuff to him, right? Not kind stuff. And they just right there telling you, because this is going on since forever, because those people are around us all the time, right? There are new people born, there are old people die, and basically the new people, some of them are bullies, some of them are nice, right? Everybody is just like that. It's just changing, always. But basically this guy, because they use him as trash, right? They use him to dump on him. They make his life, let's say, miserable. They make his life, suffering. But is it really the question, they make his life suffering, or it's him who make his life living in suffering? Because if somebody doing something to you and you let them to do something to you, that means you are powerless. You giving your power to them, and they're using, because they don't know better, so they're trashing on you and using you. But if he step, let's say, in that moment to own power, he can stand up to the people who bullying him. That means he have to face his fears. By the beginning of the movie, right, it's just this bad story, like how his life is basically going downhill, right? And then one day, basically, he decide, okay, I can't live this life anymore like this, because this is not the life he wants to live. It's not nice. He cannot have a girl. He cannot have a good friend, to trust. The school, everybody in the school laughing on him because they make fun of him, all this kind of. And we know these stories are common in those days too. There are still people like that around us. But sometimes we need to shut them down and show them who is the boss here. Because those bullies never will stop until you show them and change them. Or they have to change themselves through the certain situations. So as the movie progresses, he basically go to the prison and he start to educating himself and learning from the prisoners, right? These inmates. And they start to teaching him how he have to become the man, how he have to stand up, how he have to basically reinvent his life, how to change himself. So when he go to the new school, because he was looking for it to get to the different school, so he cut this past and leave it behind. I remember, when you cut the past and leave it behind and you don't face it, it will come back to you. We will get to that story at the end. So how he left this school and he then reinventing himself. He going to the prison, and these prisoners was teaching him how to stand up for himself, how to be strong, how to face his fears. So they challenge him there. He have to fight the guys. Even in the comedy movie, okay, it's a comedy movie. It's not an action movie. It's not like real movie. But this movie, even is a comedy movie, it's very powerful, because that's enough. You don't need to have real serious fights and real serious movies. It's just what trying to tell you what is it about. So as this guy basically going there and training himself and reinventing himself, so his friends, he have like 3 friends in the band where they playing the music, right, guitar and other stuff. And they think like he changing himself and faking everything and becoming somebody who he is not. And they, okay, try to help him a little bit to follow up with the story, right? but he really changing. He get a tattoo on his hand, right? He uh, fight in the prisoners, right? And they cherish him up and stuff like that. So basically, he gaining popularity, he gaining strength back, he calling his strength back to himself because he didn't trust himself. He was lost in the life. He didn't know what he wants to be. He didn't know that he had this power inside, that he can be whatever he wants to be. But because he didn't know that, they always somebody joke of him and dump him and trash him and nobody like him. Now he had only this small group of friends, and basically everybody was rude to him. Any pretty girl doesn't want to date him because like, oh, he's just the guy over there, right? But as you see, then he started working on himself. That's calling self-work. He put the work down. He do something that he want to change his life. He wants to be something different. He don't want to be anymore that guy at the bottom in the trash can. He wants to be somebody who actually can stand up for himself and can stand up for others too. That's very important. Stand up for himself and for the others too when the right times come. And that's how things are progressing, basically. Changing, reinventing, training, he gaining his strength back and he feeling different. He feeling more powerful because he gained his power back. And that's what you can do too. So, and as he get to the new school, of course they make it very, very like he's coming from the prison, so they pull up the truck, like a prisoner truck with the police, and he was locked fully with his face, and arms and everything, and they release him like a wild animal to the new school, and everybody was watching like, who is this new guy here? And because nobody knows him, that in the past school, right, he was kind of like the bottom and nobody liked him, but here didn't know about him anybody, right? So everybody was like, okay, so he got these tips from the prison, like he have to find the biggest guy and beat his ass in front of everybody. So he's trying to do that, but he's failing at the beginning, right? Because nobody sees that. So he's trying to make it happen. So it's like universe working against him, but he didn't give up. He didn't give up. He is trying to really, he beat his ass, this guy, right? And basically try to bring the whole school, but always the whole school is hiding. But the thing is, he trying to first do it at the first time, but everybody left at the moment because his ass got kicked and everybody see that. That means he failed. But he like, okay, no, I'm not giving up the life I want to live. I don't want to be this person anymore in this new school. So he stand up and he go back to the guy who just beat his ass, and he beat him back. But at the moment as he come back, everybody left. There was nobody to see on the scene, nobody to confirm. So because the prisoner guy who was teaching him tell him, you have to do it in front of everybody, so everybody see that, so everybody respect you, right? So that won't happen. So he failed first time when he beat him, so he dragged him inside the school, and when he dragged him inside the school and everybody was there, everybody go back to the classes, and again he failed because they come to the hallway and nobody was there, right? And so we have to make it happen, call everybody. So we like turn the alarm on the school, and he kind of like dump him on the floor, and then everybody sees that, and everybody knows. I was like, oh, this is a new guy, and he beat the number one dog, right, in the school. It's like a comedy, so it's also funny, how they do that. And so as the movie progresses, so he is now the new guy. He's the big dog, but his friends still thinking, oh, he's not the person because they know him from the past. He's a different guy. But now they see he transforming himself, he working on himself and doing everything what is possible. And now all these girls going at him, right? All these hotties, want to be with him, want to sleep with him. And he denying them, he pushing them away. Whatever is the reason, right? Sometimes he don't feel comfortable because he don't trust himself yet. He don't know yet. That's okay. It's a challenge. It's a challenge for him because it's a new thing. He didn't experience it before, right? This was the first time in his life to facing these, let's say, pretty women, and these pretty women, they kind of like, they have own energy, and you have to vibrate on certain energy too if you want to face certain people, right? You have to certain frequency, you can lowering yourself, how you are here and somebody is here, because when they meet, they pass. Even they like you, but you are not there yet, you are not vibrating, right? So you have to kind of like be there. But what happened actually, he overcome his fear, and then he became over here, because as the girls want to get him, they push them away. The movie show you different way how he does that, right? But there is this one girl who really like him because he actually go and trying to, let's say she's a cheerleader, and she call him like, hey, come on my game to support me, right, and stuff like that. So, and that's how things are happening. So, and things are progressing because he just reinvent himself basically, but he didn't know yet who he is at the moment, right? Because he's just building the momentum, he building. So it's like in your life, we will talk about it soon, right? I just want to explain you first about this movie, and then we go deeper and tell you the meaning a little bit, how you can transfer it to your life. So he's reinventing himself basically, and he come to this game where this girl is as a cheerleader, but the team of the school, they are like a last place. They can be in the football game, right? They're playing. And so they go against this team, but he comes there and he's watching around everybody, and nobody supporting them. They are like lazy, lying on the grass, and other team is like bulk up and ready to roll them over, right? But then he did something crazy because he's reinventing himself. So you have to come up with these new ideas, with this creativity basically to awaken inside him and coming with this. And this creativity is coming out. Oh, he see the horse. So, but before he used the horse, he first go to the team and started talking everybody, right? He changed his clothes, like was a soldier, because there was this guy who like having this soldier clothes, and he changed up and he come to these players, right? And he start to motivating them and inspiring them. I was like, hey, we're going to win the game. We're going to win the game. And he's talking to everybody, like, no more losing. We're going to win the game. And they start to believe it. They start to believe it. And then basically he ran up. There was this horse, and he ran out of these players before the game started. He jumped on the horse and took off, right? And then the game starts, and basically they won. Everybody was happy. Everybody was, oh, how we did it, right? That was like crazy. So now the coach come to him, and what is the head of the school, right? The principal, right? They come and then just talk to him. I was like, hey, like, really like that. What did you do? Like, how we can win more? How we can progress, to the finals or whatever? Because this was the first game. They never win anything, anybody, right? That was a change. So we start to kind of like telling them the stuff and motivating them and inspiring them. So they start to winning, and they got to the finals. And the movie is progressing, right? But the biggest challenge is they got to the finals. But now what happened? Now this guy, he is a top dog. Everybody like him, but he tried to transforming the whole school. It's so amazing and so deep, because what is he doing? He talking to the people differently. He is not presenting himself. I'm the big dog. I can beat your ass, and I'm a rude. I'm the bully. But no. It's the opposite. He bring the love. He bring the kindness to the table, because the school have different levels, different people, different bullies, right? Different opinions. Friends doesn't talk to each other. They are group up. Everybody is a group up. I'm into this group. I'm into this group. Everybody's separated. Like the world is separated. Everybody's on group. I'm in this religion, so I'm this religion, and we hate each other. Or I'm blue, I'm red. So people are brainwashed. So the movie is showing you same in the school. Everybody separated and group up. I'm the cowboy. I'm this whatever Hispanic. I'm this. I'm that, and everybody separated. So as the movie going on, so basically changing the people, and they start to work together more. They start to help each other more. The guys who are more like a bullies, they're changing, and they're working with the guys who are very smart, for example, right? I forget how you call the people. Let's say they are like super smart, but they don't communicate with other, right? And there are these guys, let's say somebody's in the sport and somebody is just in the school, right? Like they are the opposite energies, right? They never match. But then they start to helping, like this guy who is super smart start to helping the guy who now playing the football because he's not that smart, so start to helping him, right? And then became the friends now. So before, the guy who playing the football is a bully and beat ass of the guy who is smart because he think he's stronger and prettier and whatever, right? But then he need help, so the guy who is smarter start to helping him, right? Start to helping him to pass the test, and the whole environment of the school started changing. Everybody became more nicer and kinder. Everybody became only this first guy at the beginning of the movie. Remember the beginning of the movie, this in the new school. When he come to the new school, he beat this first guy to the number one bully. He still is bully. He didn't change. But everybody around him is changing. Everybody. But this one guy only is still there, who is still bully. And from the old school is the same. There is still a guy from the old school. So everybody's changing, everybody working together, everybody's nicer, everybody's kinder. That's the transformation. That's the real power, guys. Okay? Because he didn't show up as a bully guy, he showed up with the kindness and love and help and show up, this is not right. And he point the finger. You see, this guy is the bully. This is not right. If somebody attacking somebody who is weaker, we need to help that person who is weaker. Because everybody have different skills. Somebody smart, somebody strong, somebody can build something, somebody's artist, somebody whatever. Everybody have a different skills. So working together is the power. And not separating yourself like, oh, I'm smarter than you, or I am the stronger than you, or whatever. It's all BS. We have to work together and teach each other, right? And this movie basically is teaching you that. That movie is showing you that he teaching actually the people how to behave, because he started transforming himself, but he still fully didn't believe it. Why? Because there's the final test. There's the final test coming at him. He didn't know it yet. But as they winning the game, that the football game of the school winning, they going to the finals. And of course, who they going to play against? Of course, against his old school. The karma is coming back because he closed the door and think I go into the new life and I leave this all behind. I never face these fears. These bullies, these guys who live there. I remember he already transformed the whole school. He transformed everybody there. Everybody became different personality because he showed them how to be like that. His energy was so powerful. He built basically the whole school from the bottom to the top, bring the team who is at the bottom, bring to the top, to the final games. So everybody now is different, but there is a still final test he have to face. Remember that. The facing the old school coming, and they will recognize him who he is, because they remember him as the guy who is the trash, the weak guy. They don't know about him. He transformed himself and rebuilt himself in the new place. And he uplifted the whole environment, the whole school he uplifted. But now the challenge coming, so he don't want to face them. He don't want to come to the game because he's scared first, right? He's scared that when they see him, they will expose that what they did to him in the past. Everybody will laugh on him in this new place, and nobody will trust him anymore. Nobody will follow him anymore. Nobody will listen to him anymore. So he have this fear inside. But then he thinking, like, if he really want to face the fear, he have to face the biggest fear, and that's his past. Because he carry the past inside him, like all of you. Remember that, like all of you. So as he reinventing himself and going to face, now we did it differently. The game is starting. This old school, they're rolling in, they're running the football players on the football field, and nobody there. Like the other half, other school, there is nobody. I was like, what's going on? They dump us or what? But then, because he came up with this creative idea and the whole school was behind him, everybody trust him that he knows what he's doing, because he bring the team to the finals. So they trust him. That's very important, the trust. So he basically painted his face like a from the movie, I think was a Brave Heart. I think with the Mel Gibson, was it, or who played the Brave Heart, or somebody else? I don't remember. The movie Brave Heart from the 1995, I think. And so now he painted his face with the blue color, right? And people painted themselves with the blue color. And now they're from the behind behind the field, behind the arena, all standing there and coming, right? Like they're going to the war, basically. They're going to the war to win it. That was a kind of cool idea. I like that. It was different. And then he throw the sword, stick in the ground. Everybody start running. Oh, we're going to win it. Yes, we're going to beat the ass of this other team. And then the score was the same. I think 24-24 was the same score. And he was on this horse, but nobody recognized him yet from the whole team. Nobody knows it. He is behind, the architect. He is the one who made this happen. But he was on this horse and nobody see him, nobody recognized him yet. And then in the final throw of the ball, basically, and this guy who is like a captain or something, right? He supposed to catch the ball and basically run and supposed to get a point, right? And win. But what happened? He sees the moment that if he a little bit distract them, so they can lose the game. So if he distract them, he pull the horse scream, go on his back legs, and and this guy look on the side the moment when he supposed to receive the ball, and he miss it, and then this team catch the ball, right? His team catch the ball and run and touchdown, and they won the game. And they recognize, oh, that's him. The guy recognize him. It's him. It's the guy from the old school. But he didn't know who he transformed himself. So he was facing basically his fear, right? He was facing his fear. He transformed himself. It was the final test, basically, final test. Go against. But there was one more coming. One more. It's not the final, almost the final. Then they won the game. Now he coming. This guy is a black guy. He coming to the school because he recognized him, and he's like, oh, this dipshit. I was like, who are you? You make my game lost. And he tried to beat his ass. And basically, he pulled his friend, his whole school, like, this is my fight. But the thing is, the school was behind him already. And they know the other guy is stronger. But we standing with this guy because he uplift the whole school. And everybody jump on this black guy and beat his ass. That show the power, how people can stand up and they are together when they fighting for the right thing, not the wrong thing. But they help this guy, right? They didn't let him to get beat up. Everybody goes, everybody support him. Everybody was first friendly, but this guy, the black guy, he wasn't friendly. Everybody go, oh, this is my name, this is my name, this is my name. And we are here to help you. What you need here, right? Everybody was kind, everybody was nice, but this guy wasn't. So you see the difference between the people when they're coming at you with something, they think they are bigger, they are better, they are stronger. When the power of the people, the right people stand up together, that's the power. That's the real power because it's coming from the heart. It's not coming from this or from this. It's coming from the heart. It's the love. It's the love. So they beat his ass. What happened? The guy who was the bully in this new school come to this guy, the black guy, and he's like, I want to know everything about this dude who took my spot. So we told him everything. They set up everything against him basically, and they have this party at the end, right? Because they win the game, and of the school win the game. Everything was fun. They was playing the guitar. Everything was cool. But then they play these old videos from the old school, and they wanna dump on him and put him down and show, oh, he's a fake. He's a fake. He's not real. You see, I told you so. He's not real. Everybody start to changing the mind a little bit, like yeah, whatever. But then the prisoners come, they support him, then they beat the asses of these two guys, right? Like things like all shifted. But then he has to final thing he have to do. He have to stand up and he have to talk, he have to explain, right? He have to explain that it's all true, yeah, that is past. But because it's his past, it's not anymore his present. Remember that. That's the important point. The past, he faced his fears, he left the past behind, he rebuilt himself to his new self, his new version, and living the new version. And now everything is different. It changes timeline. So guys, girls, boys, men, women, whatever who you are watching, if you are still here, good for you. And the others, see you. Bye bye. Thing is the same thing, reinventing yourself. As you see, going through the struggle, whatever you have struggled, whatever you left behind in the past and is not resolved, remember, you will carry it forever until you face it. You have to face your fears. Whatever is your fear, whatever is your life challenge, whatever it is, because it's all personal, it's all yours. You have to cleanse it. You have to let go. You have to let go of those things, and you have to call your power back to yourself and think what you want to be, who you want to be, how you want to look from now on, what the life you want to live, where you want to live, with who you want to live. Just think about it. Imagine those things. Feel those things. This is how basically you're working on your future, right? This is how you manifest also, because you start to changing things in your life on daily basis. What you do today will bring you fruit tomorrow. So today is the important day. Yesterday is gone. Tomorrow is not exist yet. It's only now. What is now is now. So what you do today, let's bring you fruit tomorrow. So if you living the life, whatever you're living, whatever is your struggle, whatever it is, start to imagine, start to write it down. You can create a vision board. Whatever you need, whatever will help you, you work on it. And think about it, and feel about it, and dream about it, and imagine. And make a steps. Every single day, make a steps towards the goal, what you want to dream, what you have, what you want to accomplish. You can start with something small. You can have big dreams, and these big dreams can maybe take a longer time, and there are maybe smaller dreams. So you work on those smaller dreams first, and little by little build it up. Accomplish something this week, so we'll make you see you get closer to your goal. And then you have a second week, accomplish something in the second week and get you closer to your goal, and on and on and on. And you're building on, and you're reinventing yourself, reinventing who you are, changing from inside out, little by little, baby steps. Remember, baby steps. Every day you do something, every day you work on something, what you want to accomplish, what you want to be, the life you want to live, whatever it is. That's how you start changing your life. This is the perfect example. This movie is one of the millions of movies out there, and it's just showing you, even if the comedy for some people is dumb, those people are probably dumb too, because for them it's dumb. And those who can see the gems, who can see through, who can see the deeper layers, start to see differently. And that's the power, because you can help others. You're changing yourself and you start to helping also others, because you start to working from your heart. The heart is everything. Some people have closed heart, have closed chakra, is not working properly. So there is a problem with the connection, there is a problem with communication, there is a problem with understanding, understanding. So working on your heart, opening your heart more, going out there to the world, not to get hurt, but just to learn the lessons and finding the life you're looking for. Because yes, you can find it, yes, you can do it, yes, you can be whatever you want to be. Just make it realistic, that is possible, realistically. Let's say almost everything is possible. We're living in the matrix. We are based on the frequency and energies. So you changing who you want to be, you changing who you want to, how you want to live. You start to vibrating on that frequency. This is why at the beginning is like fake it until you make it. So at the beginning he tried to fake it first, but then he started to live it more, and then he became that. And then he was like that. So it's like fake it until you make it. So you're changing your mind, you're changing your subconsciousness, because your subconsciousness controlling all of your behaviors to like 90% or 80 or 90%, something like that. So you have to change your subconscious mind to believe that you are the new person and you're living the new life, the life you want to live. Okay? And that's only how you do if you do baby steps. And every single day you want to have a business, so every single day you have to do towards the business. You want to have a family, so every day you have to do something that you find somebody or be, or if you are with somebody, so you will build the family you want to dream. Because there are families who are working very good, there are families who are not working very good. So good luck, have fun, watch the movie if you want. And this is Peaceful Warrior Dojo. As always, from my heart to your heart, I love you all. Bye. See you next time.